Okay, yeah.
All right, there we go. Now we're synced up, even though we seem a little bit glitchy.
Am I glitchy? Do I sign off?
Nah, you're fine. Just on my side. All right, guys, welcome back to Watch Talk Live. Hope everybody is having an amazing day out there. I'm gonna just hit go live on Instagram. I don't know if it'll work, but let's see.
Go live.
Oh no, Instagram is not gonna work today, but that's okay.
Instagram. Why are you acting like that?
All right, no Instagram for now. But anyways, welcome back to Watch Talk Live. I am CQ the Watch Guy with Jay the retired Watch Guy. Didn't think we'd be able to do a full stream today, but the mechanics had a different plan in mind. So here we are. How's your day going?
It's
Excuse me.
coming along, man. I cannot complain too much. How about you?
Doing good, doing good. You're coming a little bit cheapy there. Let me see if I can do anything. All right, anyways, you guys know the rules. Hit up CQTheWatchGuy.com if you need any truly independent watch advice. Today we're gonna check out the GPHG award, the competing watches. So this is the pre-selections that will be these are the nominees. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. These are
There
the
you go.
nominees um, for this year's category, and I'm gonna have to play around with the website because it's very right leaning. So I'm gonna drag it back over to the side there.
I
What's going on, Duraj? What's going on, producer Vimal?
I was like, how do you understand their political views just by looking at their website? But then it all kind of came together.
Vimal says, "Is there daylight savings time change? You guys are an hour early." No, actually, what we're gonna do is stream today, and you know where this is a
There's no
stream.
daylight
We're
savings in the Virgin
noonish.
Islands. We don't even know what that is. We don't even
Exactly.
know.
There's no daylight saving times where I come from. Just slide the website over here. Or should we do some watch news first? Should we do this or watch news first?
I mean, do this first. Let the people come in, and we can do watch news. You bounce back and forth. Virgin Islands is an oxymoron. Hey, look, listen. Talk to Christopher Columbus, bro. They came to the islands and they were like, "Oh, these are the Virgin Islands." Trust me, we have the highest STD rate. It's
No, we don't.
yes, it one of the highest.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. I'm playing with your audio in the background here.
Okay, anyways, but yeah, I mean, I think you jump back and forth. That would be my even though I'm looking at this. Oof, jeez, what did this win?
So these haven't won anything. These are the nominees for the ladies category. Okay, yeah, you guys can see what I can see now. So we got an Arnold and Son Perpetual Moon 38 millimeter aventurine dial. We got this Artia piece, which I don't think is going to stand a good chance, but it's an interesting piece. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Mini Frosted. That's probably, if we did odds, that would be the one that had the best odds, even though this Bernay La Panda looks very, very interesting to me.
That's pretty
What's
cool.
going on,
Did you
Goldfinger?
wait? Did you say what's going on? Go figure. How you doing, Dr. Kevin Moore? Um, were you saying the Bulgari had a little pizzazz? Was that what I heard you say?
Well, I was saying the Royal Oak Mini Frosted is probably the one.
Mm,
That's the horse people are betting on for this category, from what I can see. The Serpenti, of course, is beautiful as well, but that Panda watch so far is what I would pick.
yeah, the panel watch is definitely the most interesting.
Even though the Grunfeld is nice, I've seen a lot of pictures of this, and this is beautiful too.
That Hugo looks kind of like a Chanel.
Or you could go Tiffany Co.
Tiffany
Get a good
Co.
piece of the
That yeah, I was
Tanzanite.
about to say Tiffany Co. looks really cool. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Frosted. I vote the
You
Panda though.
think so?
I mean, I don't know what it'll be because I don't know what's your category for ladies. Piece of Serpentine is a really good one as well. But for creativity, the Panda piece is the only one that's really really standing out. This Denison with the baguettes is interesting too. But let's see what happens with that one. Then ladies complication, we got some interesting ones. This is where it gets a little bit more interesting,
Hmm.
in my opinion. CQ before producer Rumal says CQ before we dive into hardcore watch discussion. Thoughts on this watch brand? What is this you're about to send me, my friend? I'm gonna pull that up. Dr. Kevin Moore says, speaking of watch news, what do you think about the new Parmigiani Fourier Tonda PF chronograph? I love it, especially it doesn't have the date anymore. I think that's a big win. And definitely Parmigiani is a brand, as you guys know, I really, really like, and I think it's a great value. So producer Ramal wants us to talk about a Christian Vidiclaw or Vanderclaw.
Hmm.
I've heard about this brand. I haven't delved deeply into this brand, to be honest with you. Um, this is Canadian dollars. Can we have some US dollars?
In beaver bucks.
There we
Um,
go.
it looks nice. It gives me Chrono Swiss, like older Chrono Swiss vibes. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Tell me I'm tripping.
No, it definitely gives very that Chronosis vibe, that based on a Value 7750 vibe, which it most likely is. In this picture, now we're talking. This picture actually
Yeah,
looks
this kind
good.
of looks nice.
The dial has some texture.
Is that anti-reflecting coating I see on the
Oh
sapphire
yeah,
crystal?
you know it. You know it. Yeah, I think this is a 7750 base. Looks good. I don't know enough about the brand to really give you opinion beyond. I think this is a cool looking dial. I'm
It's
a
it's
fan of
funny
this
that you
layout as
talk about
well.
movements, and when you saw the movement on that one, it was like that's when you really appreciate like the paddock and the other movements that really have like a certain quality to them. Not to say that the movement isn't a nice movement, but like the finishing of the movement is like, oh,
Hey, this will be always easily serviceable, things like that. And I don't think it's a brand that we're looking um, to get movement finishing from. So
yes,
I
you're right,
think it's a good.
100%,
It's a
100%.
cool watch. For 11 grand, there's probably a couple other watches I personally spend a scratch on, but I think if you're going for it, the zone that's telling me there's no red flags that I see here.
EQ says bye.
I said, bye. All right, let's keep on going down and feel free to jump in the chat with questions. We're on the ladies complication category for the GPHG
What makes
2025.
the Code 11 ladies? Because it has diamonds. Because everything else about it is just like,
Yes, I want to say it's a little bit small. Is it a little bit smaller? Let's see.
probably.
It's a 38, so I believe it's a tad bit smaller than the
Uh,
traditional Core 1159 Tourbillon.
Hail Caesar.
El Caesar, welcome.
Vimal asked, what would you spend on instead of this? Like, what would you buy instead of the watch that he provided you with?
For 11 grand, oh, so many things. For 11 grand, me right now, I've been in like a Chopard mood. I've been in a Parmigiani mood. I've been in a IWC mood. Like I probably would go, just me personally, right? What were we just looking at? Like I probably got a nice Palace Chrono, or even like a Moser Pioneer or something like that. Just me personally in the mood that I've been in. But if you're thinking like, yes, yeah, I'd probably get something like this, like a cool Top Gun Chrono. But if you want something that's gonna have the perpetual counter as well, that's where I can't fault you. I don't, off the top of my head, for a 10 grand complicated watch, I don't know what I'd pick over the Christian Vandercar. Please, I'm sure I'm butchering it. But if we're thinking non-complicated or non-full perpetual calendar, there are a few other pieces that pop in my mind that I'd jump to a little bit quicker. Just again, me personally. What's going on, Pack Eldridge? Hope all is well. And producer Vimal has another one. He said, I guess this one, oh gosh. I didn't mean to challenge the Christian. Just, yes, this is better. This Audemars Piguet Jules Audemars. So me personally, I would go for this watch, save a couple grand. I'd probably beat this person up a little bit more as well. And I jump into something like this. Again, just because I know the brand more. I just don't know about the other brand that much. And I'm a big proponent of the Jules Audemars Hetero Piguet lines, and I think for 10 grand to get a Day Date Moon Phase with some nice gear shade there on the dial
The devil
to
you
be
know,
bad.
huh?
Say that again.
The devil you know.
Exactly, exactly. A big W no type of situation there. Oh, sorry, let me just.
The Louis Vuitton just doesn't do much for me. Like it's just so minimalistic to the point of like the tambour that was up for the GPH.
Yeah, I think I jumped a little bit. There's a ladies tambour as well. I think if it was jumping, I would like it a little bit more. To be honest with you, let's just speed through this. Ladies complications. Frank Mueller. I look kind of interested. Um, Olive oil watch. Yeah, I don't know. Quick pick, quick pick. What do you like here? I think I almost got to give it to the Code 1150. Let's
I
let him have
mean,
it. Look,
I
Code
mean,
1159. Even though Gucci Tourbillon just sounds interesting, but there's nothing here that really
I'm
like. There's no
sorry, the
Jacket
Gucci, the
Joe
Hermes.
flower or anything, or like the hummingbird. All right, let's just move on. All right, so time only. We're gonna get a little bit more
Is this lady
interesting here.
still?
No, this is time only men's. So we got that Daniel Roth piece is probably my big one. We got a nice vintage style Creedor, Denison, which is being pushed a lot. Never heard of these guys.
Daniel Roth for me. I know you're
Yeah, the
probably like
Daniel Roth is
Parmigiani.
is Parmigiani is good, but the Daniel Roth wins it for me. This PSJ is interesting. I like that dial, but it doesn't beat the Daniel Roth in my eyes. The Satori Biard Sunflower this is actually an excellent piece too. So I could see that. How did Bremont get Bremont off this? Get wait, let me call. How did Bremont get here?
What's going on, Duke of Islington? You're right. It is Tequila Tuesdays.
What's
He picks the Termana. Oh wait, tequila. I was like, wait, I didn't see the Termana watch.
um what's going on, Duke of Rissington? We should do Tequila Tuesday. When we're back, we will do Tequila Tuesday. Maybe that's a little bit of a later of a day's
Yeah,
show.
yeah, that would have to be like a 6 o'clock show.
Maybe we
But
do
I
like a
like
morning.
the.
Go, you go.
No, I was just saying I like the Friend's House tequila.
The friend's house. I like Casa de Dragones.
I was talking about Casamigos, but yeah.
Casamigos is good. But Casa de Dragones is gonna be my tequila pick.
You always got some fucking niche
It's a
ass.
good. It's a good sipping. It's a good sipper. Vimon
Tequila
said
sipping? You're a different breed, brother. Sorry, Vermont.
producer Vimal, or should I say lawyer Vimal, has said Brigade should sue Lane for copyright infringement. On what grounds? Why is that? Just because of the numerals or whatever? Or whatever else. They do have a nice little gear shit going on there. I think that Daniel Roth takes the time only so far. On time
Yes.
only, I like the Satori Biard. The Piaget is nice. The Raul pages looks good. I know underneath the hood, there's a lot to love there, but I think aesthetically, Daniel Roth wins this.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I don't know what this Ralph Lauren is trying to do. All right, let's go into the general men's category. That's where the Vermont is. Just kick that Vermont out of there. And it's interesting what's allowed in GPHG versus Louis Vuitton awards. We're going to touch on those as well. The Louis Vuitton Watch Prize semi-finalists. Very interesting what's allowed in, and a lot of bigger brands here. Where there's a lot of more micro brands along with a few bigger, longer standing names. Just shoot the Vermont, marry the Finissimo. Oh, now the Post One Sand. I love this watch. I love this watch, and I'm a Chronosys fanboy. So I like the Post One. I like the Finissimo. This dial looks interesting. I've never heard about this watch. This dial looks interesting. The Chopard is good too. Let's look at that Chopard producer Vimal or Vimal Esquire ESQ. Ooh, this is gorgeous.
Yeah,
This is
very well
gorgeous.
done. The strap gives me like Omega feels, but otherwise I like the dial a lot. I don't know why the strap just made me feel mega when you looked at it from the back. But everything else is.
I'm sorry, this website has attacked me. What's going on? I just wanted to go back. I didn't want to go all the way. There we go.
The
I guess I
Fears
could
is
see
good
that.
too. We've looked at the Fears too, right?
This Fierce is nice. I like this Fierce. Ooh, Garrick, haven't seen them for a little bit. Not too bad. Kurbidans. Oh, haven't seen them for a bit. There's so many watch brands in the world. Oh, so really, this is the one for me. This Master's Pastime, done by the brand Sokuko. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. The pictures do not do it justice. This is all like an engraved dial. It is gorgeous. Even the case is kind of this black and blue situation. Mark Cho had some pictures of this watch up, and it is just like an amazing, amazing piece. Goldfinger said the Chopard would be his pick. I don't blame you at all. But this piece, so this is a very tough category for me now. It's just tough. Let's go down to the bottom first. They got that. They put that Urban Jurgensen in there. All right. So, what's your pick? Do you like the Chopard or you with Goldfinger?
Yeah, I think out of all of these, the Chopard is very nice. But you know, the Massa's pastime was also nice. But I think I'm going with the Chopard. Looks like the mall really liked the tambour convergence. It's just the tambour it just it just feels so minimalistic. But I mean, I can understand why it's different. But
So my thing with the tambours, it's a dragon hour. So like that kind of took away some of the allure for me. Like I wanted something, a jumping hour to make it more like, ooh, it's worth whatever they want to charge. But like when it's just a dragon hour like that, it makes it a little bit tough. I'm pulling up the a better picture of this watch.
Zenith's entry is just so meh. It kind of sucks. Now, who came up with the Daniel Roth, Gerald Genta? Because Vimal says how they both look very similar, and he says that it took away from the novelty. Who had that case design first? Is Gerald Genta the designer of that like case design? That you know what I'm saying? Like that weird Daniel Roth style. Did he help come up with that, or is that just like coincidence?
So it's no, it's a weird thing. I forgot the whole story, but it's not a true descendant of Gerald Genta watches. If I'm pretty sure I'm correct. So that's why they kind of live in like a weird little realm. I'm gonna come back to that piece just because there's too many links. But I believe it's a blued case. A blued case is rose gold and a blued a middle case is just an amazing watch. With the Gerald Charles watches, it's not for me. It's not for me. I just
Oh,
I think
Joe
it's
Charles. I don't know why
it's
I said
cool.
Genta.
Yeah, because and Gerald Charles evokes Gerald Genta. They're just not for me. I think they make some interesting pieces, some cool stone dials that they slap with Zuzuli, but and they've been around for a while too. But I just can't deal with that shape. It's just not for me. It's not for me. Let's be honest. CQ Urban is going to win this one. They're spending the money to market for sure, for sure. GPHG's definitely leans a little bit more on. You could tell it's like the Oscars in that way. Like you could tell who's meant to. You definitely for GPHG. I think you really want to be just in the talks. It's great, but you're not really concerned about winning because unless like you're a Rejep or something that can cut through all the noise, it's gonna go to like a Urban Jurgensen. Whereas Louis Vuitton, if you win, you get 150,000 Swiss francs. You get to study with them for a year. You get to apprentice with them, so you get to produce some really really good things. But yeah, Urban's gonna probably win this one. My vote would be for the Chopard and the Masters Pastime. This is the one I really really hope would win. Um, Everything else here is just okay. So let's move to the next one. Men's complication. Arnold and some Globetrotter, Anderson Genevieve, Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar. I think this is deserving of a win here, because this is actually a really good piece. We got a Chopard Perpetual Lunar One. Laurent Ferrier, Classic Traveler Global Night. This is a beautiful piece too. I wouldn't be mad if that took it. The Nayohita though, the Nayohita is gonna be really really tough to piece. This is a very very well done piece. A lot of good entries here. Parallel, you forget Parallel still makes watches, but here they are. Yeah, and then Urban Nugans. Do you like any of these?
And the Jacob and Co. No, I'm just joking. Uh, I'll be honest, the Louis Vuitton's interesting. I'm not even a big fan of most of their watches, but like at least they kind of like stuck to their Louis Vuitton zaniness in the design of the watch. The
And this is a
Chapard,
collaboration with Kari Vuitalainen as well. This piece.
that explains a lot. I think I'm go up again. Sorry, there was one that was a little bit more like the Chapard was really nice. AP's okay. The All Sun isn't that bad.
No, so like if this is a world timer selection, I would definitely have to give it to the Arnold and Son for sure because I love world timers. I love how they do the globe chart. It's a big, beautiful watch. But the AP, this is like a really dope. This is probably one of the best perpetual calendars you could get.
What about the Anderson Geneve? That one I really like. Is it a jump hour? Is that what makes it a complication?
Yeah. So it's a jump
Okay.
hour. It's a Burma J dial. The only reason I don't want to give it to this is because it reminds you so much of the Moser and Son perpetual calendar, white jade, and I prefer the Moser versus this. So that's my own bias taking this out of the running. You know.
Sure. Well, I think my vote goes for that one. No disrespect to your bias, of course. And hello, the franchise clubs. Thanks for joining up.
Hey, what's going on, Franchise Club? Franchise Club does some great watch streams as well. I do stream.
Nice.
Welcome to the club. The secret's slowly getting out. So what's your pick?
The Anderson Geneve.
All right, I like the Anderson Geneve. I think I go Noya Hida, then Laurent Ferrier Globe Traveler, then AP Royal Oak, and
Even when
then Louis
even
Vuitton.
it's so funny. You hate AP so much. You're like, yo, AP deserves the win, but I still I'm gonna give the nod to
Well,
like all these
cause this has been done before, right? The aesthetic on this I love, but it's like I rather give the prize to somebody like
brother, brother,
Naruhita,
brother,
you know.
brother. This has been done before. Let's not go into that conversation about watches, please.
All right, let's go into the iconic category. Anderson Geneve with a beautiful world timer. This picture doesn't do it justice. And Anderson Geneve world timers are something that he really, really specializes in as well. So this is a pick for me. Then we have the AP Royal Oak Perpetual Calendar in what is it, sand gold? I forgot what they call this gold. Then we have the Brigade Classic subscription that just came out. That one's really nice. The Bulgari X MBNF Serpenti piece, which I forget about. So many watches come out that you just kind of forget all the watches that are coming out. Then you got Eberhard and Co. Nice chronograph there. Never heard of this brand. LJ. Favre Lubra. Sea Sky Revival. Our favorite Frank Mueller. Han Horseback. The Messina Lab Moser piece. What's this category? Iconic. PJ Andy Warhol. Tudor Pelagos Ultra Tag Heuer Formula One Solar Graph.
I'll be honest, as you get to the bottom of the list, they kind of don't seem that iconic. But
Yeah,
maybe my definition of iconic is a little different. I don't like the Hublot at all. And it's like I feel like they could have added something different. Like when I think iconic, it's funny. The Bulgari MBNF seems iconic. I don't know if I'd ever wear it. I don't know if I'd like it or not. Brigade doesn't seem iconic. It just seems very classic. Out of all of them, I like it the most, but I don't think I can say it's iconic. You
yeah.
know?
I almost want to do some research on what is their definition from iconic. Because Vimam makes a great point. This iconic nomination could be from 2015 GPHG, and literally take out the MBNF. Anderson Geneve, some people know, some people don't know. But like, if you don't know, like Frank Mueller Hanhart, Maurice Lacroix, Hublot, and a Hublot that looks like the OG Big Band because it's the 20th anniversary. Like, this literally does look like this could have been from a 2016,
2015.
2017 GPHG. So it's hard for me not to just say you go Anderson Geneve if you like world timers like me, you go or you go
I
Bulgari
mean,
and be
I
a
want to
knight.
say like the Maurice Lacroix has the most like pizzazz if we're taking the Bulgaria out of there. Not saying that it's the best. And the problem I have with the Messina Labs is I just keep seeing Moser. Like something about the dial, I guess because it's Fume, it
It's a
just
beautiful watch. And it's like the first two button chronograph from Moser. So like Duke of Rissington makes a
oh, it
great
is
point.
Moser.
Yeah, it's Moser
That
Messina
okay.
Lab. But if we just talk about iconic, right? Just an iconic watch, it would have to be the Tag Heuer Formula One Solograph because that just plays on the heartstrings of so many, in their youth and younger days and tag in the 90s, 80s, etc. So like it's a weird category. I think they just needed like a category to fit randoms, and iconic sounds better than mishmash, you know. But shout out to Franchise Club. I appreciate you appreciating my positive vibe because I'm just a bundle of sunshine and I like to I don't sit on the fence all the time. I like to keep the positive vibes going. And we do stream between 12 and 3 p.m. After by the end of this month, we're gonna figure out a better schedule going forward. But I want like a more strict schedule. I don't want to put this like in like a slot in my schedule. And as soon as we can pay retired Jay, if we could pay him $50 a week. We might be able to lock in a time slot there. But yeah, but I'm gonna poll you guys and really let me know. Would you guys prefer a little bit of an earlier stream? Is this a good midday delight? Like you guys said, do you like it around lunchtime? I know a lot of you are doing so many different things and working from home as well. But I think we're gonna get like a consistent day stream, and then at night is just gonna be like maybe a members only stream, a little bit something fun. Jay will pop in and out. Maybe I'll have other guests as well, and we'll talk watches with other things as well. Because you guys are, you just support me so much. I want to make sure we keep bringing as much content we can, even though as things kind of evolve on my side here. This is a tough section. Again, I go Anderson, Geneve, Bulgari, or if we're thinking really just an iconic watch, it's the Breguet AP or the Tag Heuer. What's going on,
Welcome,
Paz?
Paz. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Franchise Club, for spreading the good word. See, word of mouth
Appreciate
goes
you.
far. Um,
Appreciate you.
I think I'm going with the MBNF Bulgari collab as far as like it's just like I'm gonna remember that when we stop talking about watches today. I think out of all the watches on that list. But the tag, given what you and Duke of Rissington said, you and Duke of Rissington said, definitely is iconic given all the nostalgia tied to it.
Yeah, that's a tough category. Let's keep it moving. We got a lot more watches. So we got the Tourbillon category, Jay's favorite. So we got another
I
brand I've
love them
never heard about.
all. This is buy them all. They should all win.
All right, so we have a brand I never heard about before. Then we have Arnold and Son with their Constance Force Tourbillon 11. This is really special. Has a nice inscription to Breguet on the back. Really cool watch. Art Time, Artia. This is a nice big old tourbillon. If you're a tourbillon fan, that's a really big
Where's
tourbillon.
Tan at? Tan should be here for this.
Well, now that we summoned him, he'll
Yeah, he'll
pop
probably
in for
pop up.
sure.
He's like, I'm in the gym and I'm watching, but
Yeah, he's having a little wine. What time is it now in France? It's probably
never heard
like
of Blackout
evening
watches. Why are they
time.
making? Why are they making a clone of a Richard Mille of a clone of a Spirit of Big Band?
Yeah, and so like when you see things like this is what I think takes away from the GPHG awards for me because it's
Like,
like you have
who's
brands like
whose cousin's brother's sister was related to
E-
somebody
e-
at the
exactly. You know what I mean? Because even a brand like Art Time, right? Not everybody has heard about Art Time, but I've seen these guys forever. Artia the same way. He's been producing watches forever. So many funky stuff. The guitar watches, blackout watches. What's that? You know what I mean?
He didn't even
Bianchi,
try with the
I've heard
name.
about them before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. It's hard for me.
So on a positive note, I'm with them all. The fam
Al
al
Hoot.
hut is something I've never seen before. I don't know if I'd ever wear something like that, but wow. Like when I talk about needing different designs in the game, I mean, this is it. This is it as far as I'm doing something different.
Do you want to switch your mic on and off real quick? Just gonna a little bit
Yeah, no problem.
extra.
Salute, Mr. Backwell.
Salute, Mr. Blackwell. I need to do a little bit more research on the Fam Al Hood. I believe they're made in China, but they're doing really crazy things. And this watch, I like. It's a shape I've never thought about that I would put on my wrist. It looks very much like I don't want to say this, but if you ever been in a cruise and you've heard Philip Stein, it gives you a little bit of Philip Stein vibes, but in the best way possible. But I want to get my hands on this. This looks super insane, and I love it. All right, we got you back. All right, let me take care. Cool, cool,
You
cool.
tell me. Am I burping?
All right, say something now.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
All right, it's a
Are you
little
able to
better
hear
now.
me?
It might just be the internet just cracking.
The mall has found us a blackout watch. And I thought he was saying this isn't bad, but it looks like it is.
CQ blackout watch is bad. Bad in like the that's a bad mama jama, or bad as in like
Yeah. He's a bad man, but check it on. Damn, you got to do the human
oh yeah,
verification to get onto this
jeez.
website. That's how you know
I'm a
it's the real.
real boy. I'm a real boy. I promise. Wait, that's how you know this is like a shady site, cause like,
No, we're off. We're off into the
all
deep
right,
end, dude. They're
okay, bye
definitely
bye.
stealing your cookies.
Vimal, what kind of virus you just plant on my computer, man? I thought we were friends.
Vimal's trying to drain your BTC
Yeah,
wallet, dude.
right. Jeez, man. I barely got anything in there.
I'm you now, CQ.
Yeah, now for sure I gotta come out at 2 p.m. He's like, hey, this is how we get your attendance straight. Um, yeah, just let that cook in the. I don't know what's going on there. Let's give it a couple seconds and let me see. Let's go down these other Turpions. With Fam Al Hood, I really like. We have a Gucci Aquanaut there in the center. That's really cool. Doesn't this look like a quick glance, like really just go like that? Didn't you just see like an Aquanaut Tourbillon? Like if you went really quickly.
So you see that, but I see more. There's a watch that looks more like, bro, that like you just skip to like your favorite paddock sport model, but this is more like a. There's a. Damn, I'm blanking on the watch. If we come, I'm gonna remember it. I don't like it. It's almost like a Cartier kind of. Ray. No, no, no. There's another one, dude. There's a watch that has the same case as that. Terrible. I don't like it. Jacob and Co. Oh my God, what a monstrosity.
Yeah, that Jacob and Co is rough. Art Rive, special mention, really good tourbillons, 30-day power
Pop Rivet looks
reserves.
really cool.
Yeah, and I love this green treatment. Really good watchmaker.
Lens. I
How,
want to like Hotlands sometimes, and then it's just like, this is just not it though.
the problem I have with Outlands is the price point. I think I love the brand. The Milan brothers own this as well, so it's part of the Moser family. But the problem with Outlands, like, watch, I'll click this, and the retail of this tourbillon is gonna be 75,000 Swiss franc. So you're well into the 80s US dollar. Cool looking watch. Nobody's gonna cut you a check over $40,000 for this watch. You know what I mean? If they cut you a check at all, I think they need to go back to time. They need to find a way to make time only watches under 30, well under 30. To
So
be
is
honest
this
with
their
you,
like? Because I know that Moser has watches all over the chart as far as price point, but I feel like Hotlands they really focus on the higher end. Am I wrong in saying that?
well, no, so you're not wrong. So the issue with Outlands, it does focus on the higher end, and it's a lower production brand. So I'm telling you, hey, you need to make a lower end price point, but they're gonna say like, how do we get the volume to make the money? And I want to say you're not gonna make the money because you make a great watch like this, but then if a friend of the chat pulls this up right now and says, hey guys, I'm about to pull the trigger on this, everybody in this chat would say no. Nobody in this chat will be like, do what your heart wants. So that's the issue there. They gotta figure out a mix, or they maybe gotta start buying back their watches. I heard how do I say this? I spoke to somebody who was being pitched a watch. It was a very high end watch, over $200,000, and a big part of the pitch was, hey, if you buy this watch and you ever want to sell it, we're gonna give you 85% back. of your value, no matter what. Maybe even more. Maybe 90% back of your value. So would that convince you to buy a watch? Would you buy a group of Force knowing that you could get all that money back? If that happened with Outlands, I think that would help. Let me pull up these blacked out watches. This thing is crazy. Look at this, bro. So this is the issue. Like when you see this up with the GPHG award, up for a GPHG award, it really becomes like, what are our parameters for this? And it's like you said, it's a Richard Mille mixing with the Frank Mueller, and
It's like a flat Richard Mille, Hublot Spirit, Frank Mueller. And but the thing is like it's not doing anything great as well. What's going on, Chris DDS?
what's happening, Chris
He's like, what
DDS?
is this? You done made him throw up his lunch, bro. He's like, I don't even want to eat no more.
It's Vermont. It's Vermont's fault. I blame Vermont.
I don't.
I don't blame Vermont. I blame the GPAG for allowing it in the running. All right, let's keep it going. Everybody needs to fix their website because this thing is tossing me to the bottom every time. Come on. Too many categories, man. All right, here we go. So in the tourbillon category, my vote, even though I love the Louis Vuitton Spit in Air, that's an interesting piece, but the Femme Al Hood, I think, is just such a unique piece that's gonna get my vote. Arnold Son special mention, Art Rive special mention, Louis Vuitton special mention. What about you? Oh, we left them. So I think the empty chair of Jay chooses the Louis Vuitton. Now we're going into the mechanical exception. So these are going to be special skeletonized watches. Armin Strom, Resonance GMT, that's a unique piece. Chrono Swiss, Curie Peter Scream in person. This watch is amazing. So this will get my vote because in person, what they're doing, Chrono Swiss is doing on there's the gear shade, the treatment and stuff like that. It's really good. Cyrus, I've heard of them. I haven't seen them in a long time. Grupo Forci with the Nano Fujian. I'm a Grupo person, so I like it, but I don't love it. Hasbin and Monian piece. This is really nice. So this is a striking hour, basically. For on every hour we have a strike, a musical strike. A gong is done in person as well. I think mechanically this is the one for me. HYT S1. You guys know how I feel like HYT. This is a great watch. This particular one wouldn't be the one that I chose. Do people buy this Jacob and Co Bugatti? This version, the other Bugattis I enjoy.
Jacob and Co. is the anti-Zenith, where they're like, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want. We're gonna make every different case. Like they have no. I do not like this watch. There's some Jacob and Co. that are nice. This one just looks like a ripoff of. Doesn't MBNF have like a driver style watch like similar in case design like this? Which is well way better looking.
Sorta,
Oh,
kinda,
yes.
but way better looking. I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, clearly. Vuitton's pocket watch or whatever that is. I like that. I like the
Oh shoot,
motif that they have going on.
I clicked the wrong thing again, but this is beautiful. Oh, this is
What did you
nice.
mean to click? Is that diamonds? Oh wow. The diamonds on that match the I don't know, man. This might be for me. The
Oh,
diamonds match the aesthetic of the dial.
with the LV motif there. All right, this is really
Yeah, dude, they're
nice.
hitting. They're hitting on and but what was the classification for this watch category?
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because this isn't a skeleton.
Yeah,
That's all I
you
was
know.
like.
So
I
this
think Chris DDS is with me. It's fire. I don't think we could wear it. You know, it's a
mechanical
little effeminate.
exception. So
Oh, okay. Exception? Interesting.
okay, so that means it's telling time or it's doing something in a unique way. So that makes sense. So like with the
Okay.
Hasbin Morning, it's a striking hour skeleton with.
Oh wait, hold on. How the fuck do you tell time on a Louis Vuitton? I was like, go back.
Well,
Go back.
I'm pulling it up because there's something that we it's not telling us here.
Tell the time. Hold on, I
No, no,
like
no,
it, but
no.
I don't know how to tell the
There
time.
has to be a way.
No, I mean
How?
clearly. Is it the star? Is it the bird or whatever? No, I like it.
Oh yeah, it's animation. A gold compass at 12 o'clock spins clockwise. But okay, so I think it all moves. So I think the bird
Oh,
moves, the birds move. I think the ship does something, and the
oh, I want to
compass
see
spins
this
as
in like
well.
action, dude. This I haven't been interested in watching a watch work in a long time. I need to see that watch in action. I'm
Let's
gonna
see
look
there
this
if
up
there's a
later.
video.
If you can find a video, I'm just saying, because it's pretty cool. Hey, even Vimal thinks it's a baller watch. Wow, the whole chat seems
Oh,
to be in.
we solve him
Hey,
all.
did Vimal find the video before you? I think he threw something into the
That
chat.
that mofo, the best producer ever. So I'm gonna actually use his link because the Louis Vuitton site is gonna
Yeah,
ask me for a
well,
million
yeah,
things.
it's gonna crash your computer because they're trying to take your Bitcoin too.
Yeah, it's already struggling today. I see what you did there,
John
Jamal.
D, what's going? Hey, that's not wacky, John D. This is amazing. He said skip to 30 seconds in. I wish I could paint, dude. You gotta be so creative.
Okay, yeah,
Like watching Bob Ross, dude.
exactly.
See these,
Happy little
see this
clouds.
mistake. It's
Oh
it's
wow.
it does more than I thought it would.
Way more than I thought it would. Oh wait, let me. I'm sorry, the internet's a little messed up, guys.
Wow, dude. Still kind of don't know how I'm telling the time, but it's
I don't
okay.
think you're supposed to tell the time. I just think it
I
moves
don't
really cool.
care. No.
Oh man, that's really cool. Thanks for sending me all that. All right, so that wins. That's the winner.
The franchise club says CQ, you guys are always welcome on our channel to promote your live streams. Appreciate the watch talk. Have a great afternoon, guys. Thank you so much, franchise clubs. I really, it's a really nice message. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that franchise club. Actually, I'm gonna pop on there soon when my schedule's a little bit better, maybe in the middle. Well, because you do streams all time of the day as well, so I'll pop in, man. Thank you so much for the support as always.
John D thinks that it's the bird dropping pellets that gives us the time.
That would be so dope. All right, so Louis Vuitton is gonna be the winner for me. But
For me, yeah, Louis Vuitton.
I think for me as well, but a lot of special watches here. The Quiet Club Fade and Hours, really interested in
Van
Wolf
Cleef
Telling
is
Time as well.
very nice too. Like
The
just
Van Cleef as
different.
well. I did a masters of this category. They always have like people like going across the bridge and different things like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's go on to chronographs. Anderson Geneve World Timer Chrono. That looks pretty.
It's so funny because the Angelus next to it has very similar feel, but it's just like, but we're gonna put the hand, not the hand, the crown on the opposite end. But I like this one. The contrast between the two dials, or multiple contrasts actually, because you have like the middle dial, then it's like the white, then it's like a silvery and white, and then it's the countries. So it's like multiple layers. I like it.
Yeah, this is fire. Beautiful World Timer Chronograph. Great movement. Anderson Geneve does some really, really good stuff. Then we got Angelus. I think that's a good winner, but that Anderson wins for me. You got the AP Royal Oak Concept Split Second Chronograph GMT. Then we have,
Why do the concepts always look like they're wearing a spacesuit?
because they made that case once and they won't go away from it.
The Dior Montress is kind of, I like the Fume vibe. The Dior
I like the
Montress.
dial, but the case just tells me it's a mall
Well,
watch.
yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, clearly,
I'm sorry, but you
the
tell me what
fact that
that
it has
case
a
looks like.
red pusher, like it's like, brother, you don't have to
Yeah.
tell me that's the stop.
Favorite but Chrono. Not really a fan of the Chronos, to be honest with you. Fleury and a brand I never heard about, but that dial looks really beautiful. Gerald Charles, Maestro Chronograph. This H1 Streamline Alpine Driver Edition.
Oh,
I
Moses
wish you
doing
just
the
put a dial
usual.
on it. Just put a dial on it. The Big Bag Unico Novak Djokovic. I actually like that. I know you guys think I'm crazy. The Lumine Chrono, I think this is an important watch, but I wouldn't choose it to win. The Ming 20.01 Series 5 is a cool chronograph as well. Got Norcane, Parallel, still that Peacock. Don't know who you guys are. And Tag Heuer with an interesting Monaco piece. My winner would be the Anderson Geneve. And then Hubo second. I like this piece. A
I
Joker
think I'm
piece.
going with the Anderson Geneve as well, but like this category kind of left me wanting more, to be honest with you. The Louis Monet, it was nice. I'm so tired of the streamliners. Like, oh Jesus Christ, Moser. Ah, sorry. Um, Chris DDS says Angelus for me. Thomas Burnett said, I love the Anderson Geneve, but the hands are too small on the World Timer slash Chrono, and I can agree with
I was
that.
thinking, I was
Um,
thinking, are the
Thomas
hands
Burnett
too
said, all
small?
Gerald Charles watches look. No, 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 Thomas. There was a nice Gerald Charles watch earlier.
Come on, there's that Malachite one. There's that one. But I do agree with you. I do agree with you, Thomas. The hour minute hands are a little too tiny for me. I understand
Oh,
that
you
there's a
guys are
lot
size
going on.
queens. It's not about how large it is. It's all about how it moves. And I bet this one got the motion like the
Sorry,
other two.
I wanna be able to look at my watch without a loop on, man. I'm not on the bifocal stage yet, and we're gonna beat that off. All right. Anyways,
Whoa,
that
whoa.
let's go. Now we have the sports category. AP Royal Oak Offshore, the easy entry. Then we got Bangalore Watch Company with a really cool watch, cool looking piece. Good to see Bangalore represented. Bianche with RM lookalike. Vermont, why is Vermont here? She'll part of the Alpine Eagle 41. I like that one. Gerald Charles again, just showing up. Ooh, Laurent Ferrier Sport Auto Rose Gold gets my vote immediately. Kerberdan's back again. They actually, no, I'm thinking about a different brand. I'm not thinking about Kerberdan's. Parmigiani Tana PS Sport Chronograph. All right, all right. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Luminate Time to Race Rush. These are cool watches, but I wouldn't put them to win this one. Sherpa watches. These are cool too, but I won't put them for wins. And Tag Heuer, new Formula One chronograph, Oracle, Red Bull. I'm going Laurent Ferrier.
Wait, go back to the top again. Yeah. Oh God. Ooh. I mean, the Lord Ferrier is nice. I feel like we've had this conversation where the bezel just feels like it's sitting on top of the dial. It just doesn't
It
feel like it's
is.
all, doesn't feel as together. I think I'm going with the resins. Call me crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
The Resonance is an interesting pick, right? Because this is the first time I believe that they've had a Resonance on a bracelet. So this is the Resonance GMT Sport Chic watch Type 7. I'm a big fan of Resonance. I love the way they tell time. I need to see this watch in person, but I think this is a cool piece and a cool execution from them. So I don't blame you guys in picking this one at all. But I'm going for that rose gold Sport Auto. You know me. Parmesan is super nice too. Get Brahman out of here. I don't even know what that is.
Yo, you hate Vermont so much. It's
I
so
do.
funny.
I do. All right.
It's too funny.
In the jewelry category, we got a brand I never heard about before that looks a lot of baguettes. Arcanaut, experimental Arc 2 Garnet Goblin with a garnet dial. This one's a cool watch. Both agree with the Serpenti Artina, Aterna, I think. Wow, Chopard with whatever this thing is. The Swan Lake, that looks beautiful.
Jesus.
The Simone Brett got something in there. That's interesting.
Yo, John D said Vermont in the mix seems like paid advertising on the end.
Obviously. Like, obviously.
The
Money
permit
not
is
well
actually
spent.
kind of dope too, by the way. This is the most beautiful.
Yeah, just
Um,
with the feather. Wow.
but like the Louis Vuitton that we both fell in love with, good luck fucking telling the time.
Oh yeah,
Like
you're not telling the time.
the hands are so small and they're up the swan's behind for some reason. But beautiful watch. The Cimarron bread is very nice too.
Yeah, this works. This works in the layout. All right, let's keep it moving. I think. What do you like? I go for Bulgari. Oh, no, I lie. I go for Chopard. That thing's insane. Simon Brad is a close second. Next, we're going to artistic crafts. You have Alto Falcon Eye. You have Royal Oak, double balance open work with the that blue nuit ceramic, which is really good. Bulgari, Luce, Nota de Luce. It's all right. We got a GOS. They do some real cool stuff with Damascus. This LUC Chopard Quattro Spirit with the straw marquetry. I think is one to really, really think about.
I like it.
'Cause it's straw. You get it?
Is that
It's
what it
straw.
is?
Yeah, it's straw. It's straw that they've like how they do wood marquetry. So I think that's
Hmm.
amazing that they even figure out a way to make that piece.
Yeah, it might
Sega
be the LUC
design.
for the win, like Julius is saying.
The Hermes piece, that's pretty cool. This T1 titanium gear shape by HYT is really cool. I wouldn't put it to win. Wait, where's the? Did we pass it with the linen?
John D asked, "What is the Hermes piece?" I guess the horse thing. Like,
Yeah, I
what's
think I
that?
think it's either hand painted or like some marquetry as well. Hermes is just having fun. The Louis Vuitton piece, which will probably win. A lot of good ones in this category. This is the toughest one.
Yeah, I like the Louis Vuitton. I think we talked about that Louis Vuitton before.
Yeah,
That Surpaneva
yeah.
is
Oh
also
yeah,
very cool.
Sarpaneva. But the Sarpaneva is really beautiful as well.
This is a tough category for me because these are a lot of watches that are like different that I kind of like. So, but then there's also a bunch of brands that I've never heard of before in this category.
I think you press a button and the tongue sticks. It's not bad. Hey, Hermes has fun, man. And they're a brand that can sell anything. Gen G says she's a fan of the PSJ. Welcome, Gen G.
Yes,
Uh,
welcome,
where
Genji.
where is the PSJ?
John D said he's very seriously considering the Hermes
Oh
808
yeah,
as a fun piece.
I do agree. The John D. The HO8 is a great piece. I think good value on them as well, and they trade to a lot of people. A lot of dealers sell them, so it's a watch you get into and have some fun with. But the look of it, I just love a very unique aesthetic without being like too. Oh my God, what is this on your wrist? The Vutalenin piece is the winner. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous. The dial work on it is insane, and this is one of those dials you're staring at all day. You know, you got a big loop, you got a big magnifying glass, and that's just all you stare at all day. All right, let's keep it rolling. The Petite Aguille. So I think this is the minor grand prize award. I think maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Brahman again for some reason is here. Christopher Ward London. The Siga design Antarctica. This looks really beautiful too. And the price point on that is really good. It has a Fairs Arnos, a Frula Marie, Volante Onyx on the bracelet, which I think is really cool. Oh, they got this Streamliner smartwatch in here. That's funny. So these are for like the lower end watches. You got the
My question
Matchy
to you,
Green.
Sequan,
Go ahead.
did you see any Mosers that weren't collabs, that weren't streamliners on this list?
No, no. They're in a tricky spot, man. They're in a tricky spot where there's a
They
lot of
painted
collabs.
themselves into a corner with these streamliners and them only doing like they do have like Jade Tourbillons and stuff in the Pioneer, or is it, I forget which line it is. But all the funky and cool stuff, they're like, all right, we're gonna do it on the streamliner. And it's like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing the mark here.
No, I think you're right. I think there was some time that they should have kind of slowed down a little bit, and sometimes you press the gas, you hit the brakes, and the gas instead of the brakes, and that's kind of what happens. The Tsuka Low Tech is going to be the winner from this category for me. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff here with that. Well, I do like the Moses Streamliner smartwatch if it didn't have the smartwatch function, but yeah. Let's go to the next category. There's a lot of funky stuff.
The fact
All
that
right.
there was a smartwatch in that category kind of just throws me off.
Yeah. And then this is the challenge category. I'm gonna just skip over this because I don't know most of these. So I'll tell you when, which is a great watch. And Bamford has somehow gotten in here. This Barons is cool, but I don't know enough about what the category is about. Another Siga design. That's really nice. This Formex, the way they do Meteorite over a Formex is really, really nice. And for the price point, that Space Gold is a really, really good piece. I've handled that a couple of times. Chrono Tokyo. All right. Let's just skip through this. A lot of cool stuff here. I just don't know enough to give good opinions. Mechanical clocks. I'm just gonna look for the coolest one. I think the LePay Albatross is gonna be the winner for me, or the Louis Vuitton Hot Balloon. Then that's it. All right, so that is it from the GPHG competing watches. A lot of interesting watches there. So we'll, I think we'll
How's it
know end
going,
of the
USA
year.
Crime and Richard? Thanks for joining.
What's going on, Richard? What's going on? What's going on, Richard? What's going on, USA Crime? A lot of good stuff in the GPHG. So let's wrap that up. We got a little bit more time on the show. So let's quickly go and check out the Louis Vuitton semi-finalists for Louis Vuitton watch price. So the biggest differentiator between the GPHG and the Louis Vuitton watch price is one, this is more for, I don't want to say younger watchmakers, but more focused on independent watchmakers. They win 150,000 Swiss watch francs, and they get to spend 12 months over at Maitre Dutomp's. Not Maitre Dutomp's. The Louis Vuitton Maison, learning great things from the watchmakers there. So we got a lot of really good indies. I'm just gonna go to my favorites. Is gonna be the Hazeman Ammonian School Watch. I just think this thing is insane. The Famal Hoot though as well is really, really good. And again, this is let me just scroll. There you go. So this is a two man watchmaking duo. Malachite dial there. Um, hours, minutes, seconds, and then this is a striking hour watch as well. And this is a teardown of a Le Joux Perret movement, and then they rebuilt and then did a bunch of custom things as well. And this is their school watch, which is amazing. Imagine making a striking time watch for your graduation piece. I think it has unique aesthetics. It's not going to be for everyone, but I really, really, I dig it. John D says, going to take a deeper look at these GPHG entries when time permits. Always interesting to see why they're submitted or evaluation is considered at their own expense, of course. That is the one thing with GPHG. You do pay to submit. You do, if you become, oh, I just hit something. If you, come back to life. If you're a juror, you can be nominated, but if you want to fly to the ceremony, you got to pay for all that unless you're like on the inner circle jury. There's a lot of different things that make it not the most independent of shows, if that makes sense. I'm just waiting for the computer to come back alive. Did I freeze?
I, I think we're, yeah. I mean, I can hear you, but I think we are a little frozen.
All right, 1 second here. I do like pocket watches, USA Crime, but let me just get everything back in order.
Yeah, I think we're live. YouTube looks like it's fine, but in our system, it seems frozen.
All right, there we go. All right, you can see me moving the website. You just kind of see my face. So let me see if I get my face back. While I pull up the Jan Shapiro on the background. Josh Shapiro doing really good things with the resurgence piece being entered. if you're a fan of American watchmaking, he's the leader right now. Some interesting people cooking up, like having to tell you guys about, but he is definitely the leader. All right, we're gonna. All right, I might just have to go without my camera for a little bit. All right, well, we're winding down. Anyways, we'll probably come back and do a little bit of a deeper dive on the Louis Vuitton people, Louis Vuitton semi-finalists. But for me, it's Hassan Monin. It's come on website. There you go. Is the Hazen Moonin? It's the Mobus from Famal Hood. I think this thing is just the insane watch. DC6 from David Kando as well. Very, very special watch. What's going on, Tan? We knew you were in there somewhere.
Anytime.
Oh yes, this watch here I love. So the Sokoku from Masa and Co. I love that watch. Oh, I don't know who I want to win. I want them all to win, but this watch right here, the Minoroki or Minorosi, however you say it, something about the aesthetic on this, I just love how it just is a carved, you know, the carved brass or whatever. The finishing on the dial, I love his movement dial, the same thing. Big old escape in there. Something about this watch I really, really love. And this is out of China as well, out of Beijing. They're doing amazing things in Asia, man. Really, really special things are happening.
Pretty decent, man. Very nice. I wouldn't have assumed it was from Asia.
Richard says, don't forget about CIC from Letterer. Yes, Letterer is doing some really, really. I wish it let me just open a different page. Letter is doing some really, really good stuff as well. And that's what I like about the Louis Vuitton watch prize. It's a mix. So you have the indies who've been around for a long time, Letterer, David Kando, but then you have a lot of newer watchmakers that you never heard of, like Hazen and Monin, who are entering their school watch. This thing, a dual chronometer, if you don't know letter pieces, all about chronometry and just really advancing how accurate you get watches. Really cool stuff. This particular one, I love that green with the rose gold aesthetic. And definitely, I couldn't pick who I want to win. There's so many great pieces there. But I'll think a little bit about that and how we can, maybe we'll do a deeper dive into a few watches we'll do a series of episodes or something like that. But since my camera is messing up, I'm gonna get out of here. Who else am I missing here? What do you think about this? I didn't look at this before. Oh, Fiona Kruger. See, look at that. So you have somebody like Fiona Kruger, who's been around for a very long time as well, making entries in this space, and I love that. I love that. It's an interesting watch. All right, let's get to the chat before we leave. John D says lots of love, lots to love about pocket watches. Julius Caesar USA Crime. Julius Caesar says I saw a dope gold vintage Longines pocket watch at my AD, so class. We could do another pocket watch episode. That's not a bad idea. Maybe we just hunt some pocket watches. I'll structure it a little bit better. But I think pocket watches are a great place to get some great watches at a great value. It's all about, are you gonna wear it, or are you gonna just collect it? And that's where I find myself with pocket watches. I love them, but I want to wear it, so it makes you want to go to places like Fret and Co. and get like the converted pocket watches. But I think you can find some great pocket watches, some great complications from amazing brands at values that you wouldn't really believe. So we'll do a pocket watch episode. Let's see. Thomas Bernard said Bernard is such a nice bloke. Spent ages talking with him at the AHCI show last year. A lot of these indies like Bernard are really great people who just love watches, and this is a life's work. And that's why I always invite people, go to Switzerland if you have the opportunity to go to Switzerland. Take a trip to Dubai. Go to Dubai Watch Week if you can, or just if you have the ability, go to Watch Time NYC or Indies NYC in October. these people love to talk about their craft, and it makes the prices make sense, right? When you can see the passion, hear what they love about the watchmaking. Shout out everybody in the chat: John D, USA Crime, Thomas Burnett, Tan, Richard Duckett, Hail Caesar, Julius Caesar, Chen G's in there, everybody's in there. Franchise Club was in there. Shout out Tan, shout out to Rad, shout out to Duke of Rissington, and all you great people. Goldfinger, you guys are amazing. Dr. Kevin Moore, shout you out as well. We'll be back tomorrow in some format. Vimal says he likes 2 p.m. for the showtime August going forward. You guys sit with that in the chat, and if everybody votes for 2, then that is what it will be, and then we'll formulate everything else around that. For the next few weeks, we'll be a little bit on and off. I'll be down in South Florida. My mom's got a little bit of knee surgery, so I'm there. I'll be playing nurse, so maybe I put some nurse scrubs on and do a couple of shows. So we'll be having some shows. They'll just be a little bit spotty in the format. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, help vote, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need truly independent watch advice, check out cqthewatchguy.com. Jay, what are your words of wisdom for the people on this beautiful Tuesday?
Just know that in every industry, there's some form of pay to play, as we saw from the GPHG. But those were some nice watches, so I'm holding out hope that um what was the one that we had saw, the beautiful Louis
Which one?
Vuitton watch. I hope it wins.
The pocket watch?
Oh, dude, I hope it wins.
Wait, which category was that? Was that
It was the not the iconic. It was like the one that tells
the
time.
mechanical
It's
exception? Yes.
mhm.
Yeah,
It was so
this
beautiful.
is. Pac L just says, for those in design, fashion, or modern branding, a Louis Vuitton contest resonates with style and innovation. However, GPAG is a benchmark for horological excellence. I think that is a great way to frame that. And with the Louis Vuitton watch price being a newer price as well, this is only the second year. So I think it's going to get stronger and stronger. And I hope it pushes organizations like the GPHG just to refine some of the categories as well. But I think just like the Oscars or any show, a little bit of pay for play is going to go along. So you're going to have the people who belong there and the people who are going to pay to get there as well, just for the advertising dollars. And I think, it all kind of keeps the whole thing spinning. And USA Crime says it right. Time doesn't stop. Guys, love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, peace out.
Peace.